Alright, let's see what craziness I've gotten into this time. So, I have the train going here to the 6th station. This one's going to go to the 7th station, ignoring all of those empty spots. He's going to go to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Next one's coming up here to 4th, then to 5th, then to 6th, on to 7th, and back down here to the 1st. So, all the stations are going to get full evenly because it's going to send the trains down the line one at a time. So, how am I doing this? With an arithmetic combinator on the end of each train stop, and then a pair of decider combinators down here keeping track of those signals. But a better way to explain it would be to redo it. So, going to have 2 decider combinators. That's arithmetic. 2 decider combinators down here. This one on the end is the memory latch. It's going to receive signal 0, and while it's less than the number of stations, it's going to output signal 0. So how many stations do we have on this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So while this is less than 10, keep going. As soon as it hits 10, clear it and start over at 0 again. Alright, now, let me get one red wire and send that to the input, because we don't want this one's signal feeding back into the memory latch. So we're going to receive reg signals. If it's greater than 0, we're going to output 1. And actually, we do want it feeding into the memory latch. We don't want it feeding down the line to these signals and then confusing the trains. So now, I'm going to string up all the power poles. Alright, and then we're going to connect the signals. Alright, now the first signal is going to read, and if O does not equal 0, then we want it to close. So let's set that the same for all the signals, so they all have the same starting setup. And you'll notice the memory latch here is going absolutely insane. That's why we have, not the decider combinators, the arithmetic combinator. And that's going to get the green signal on its inputs. New. It's going to send its output signal down the green lines, but it's only going to get a signal from this rail signal. We don't want it connecting the input to the green line, because then it'll get the input from all the rail signals. So this one is going to receive a red signal. multiply it by -1, and output a red signal. So as soon as this red light turns on, it's going to send it down the line and send it over here. And then the next tick, this one's going to send a negative signal down the line to clear it. That way this decider combinator down here that's looking at the red signals only gets that red signal for a single tick. That way it only puts a 0 out for one single tick, and this one only increments once. Alright, let's blueprint that. And then we're going to put that on every station. And now you can see that the O signal from these combinators is no longer going crazy. So, how do we get these stations functional again? Because as you can see, no trains are coming to them. Because it's trying to send a train to signal 0, or not 0, signal 7. So this one is going to only open if signal O equals 0. Otherwise, it's going to be closed. This one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and don't get run over, because here comes the train. Ta-da! 8, and 9, and there's no signal 10, because as soon as O equals 10, it's going to say, hey, O is no longer less than 10, it's equal to 10. So I'm not going to output anything. And that's when this one turns on, because O will equal 0. And if you notice, I used the did not equal condition, because it's going to be closed if O does not equal 0. It'll only open when O does equal 0. Now let's see what's happening. Train's going to the last one. Train's going to the first one. To the second one. To the third one. To the fourth one. To the fifth one, ignoring all those empty ones ahead of it. Next one, and the last one. And then back to the beginning. Yes. Perfection. So now we have all these stations unloading evenly, and all of these stations loading evenly. Marvelous.